So today we're here to present the Distinguished Service Award. So the recipient of that award is recognized for their contribution of time and resources to support the horticultural industry in New Jersey. And I'm pleased to present that award to Barry Draycott from TechTerra Environmental. So congratulations, Barry.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So Barry, tell us a little bit about TechTerra and what you do there.
Well, I've been in the landscape industry for 30 plus years, we'll just say.
Okay.
And back then when we started out, we were using all these really dangerous chemicals to control things. And after being exposed to that for a while, I decided there's got to be a better way of doing it. So we looked into, first of all, how to grow healthy plants. So they can defend themselves a lot more. And we've picked up a lot of different products that are exempt from EPA regulations. They're minimum risk pesticides. And we have a number of organic and organic-based fertilizers and soil amendments to help the plants be healthy.
Okay, so your customer base is primarily then landscapers in the industry that are looking for better alternatives.
Correct, yeah. I'd say we're probably 95% with landscapers and then schools.
Okay. And then how long have you been a member with NJNLA?
Oh, God, it's got to be 20 years or so.
Oh, that's a long time.
It's a long time. It's a great organization.
It really is. Yeah, and we appreciate you being part of us.
I appreciate being a part of it. Thank you.
Well, you definitely deserve that award. We couldn't be more pleased to present it to you, so thank you for everything that you do.
Well, thank you, and again, I want to thank NJNLA for the opportunity to do what I do, and Lori, the executive director, has just been fantastic to work with.
Oh, thanks so much.
So I'm sitting here with Assemblyman Roy Fryman. He is the Green Industry Advocate of the Year. So, and he is a legislator, who has promoted and advocated for the green industry, the NJNLA, and their support of legislation and other initiatives. Roy is a former executive at Prudential Financial and has dedicated his career to making people's lives better through smart decision making. I like that.
Well, thanks.
So, a long-time resident of Central New Jersey, Roy is dedicated to building on the quality of life that brings residents and visitors to this region, including outdoor recreation, parks, historic sites, high-quality schools, and local farms.
Did you write that?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
As chairman of the New Jersey Assembly Agriculture and Food Security Committee, he is working hard to keep the garden in the Garden State. He strongly believes in preserving farms while also creating conditions that enable farmers to thrive economically. Roy has a proven track record on supporting small business owners, and I think we actually talked a little bit about this a few minutes ago.
Yes.
This is one of your prime missions that you wish to see. So at this point we could sort of talk a little bit about that, what you like about that, or why you want to pursue that as a focus.
So when we look at particularly the landscape in the nursery industry, these are small businesses. These are family-run businesses. When we had a chance to visit one and had the tour right here in our own district, this was a family-run business that had a chance to really grow, and it's a very significant business now. And the goal should be, how do we get all of our businesses and give them the opportunity to thrive? So when I sit down with businesses, I love asking the question that most people don't ask, which is, what kind of support do you need to double or triple in size? What is it that is preventing you from thriving? Because typically the kinds of conversations that we have, most people have with legislators are, please don't do X, Y, and Z.
Correct.
Versus, boy, this would be, if you did this, it would be really helpful to grow. And those are the kinds of conversations I think we're missing out on.
Yes. And having had my own small business for 23 years, I totally appreciate that. So In the assembly, Roy has used his business and financial background, which you're just talking about, to help families, senior citizens, and our communities navigate the challenges of COVID-19 and obviously its aftermath.
Right.
Roy believes that economic recovery is just a baseline, and New Jersey's goal should be a real opportunity for all working families. Roy and his wife Victoria, a retired public school teacher, have 2 grown children, Allison and David, and hopefully they're coming home for Thanksgiving.
I think we will see them, yes.
Okay, good. Live in Hillsborough with their dogs Harley and Penny.
Which are actually right here in our
I
office.
heard that. And I heard they're not, they're shy of new people.
They're shy of
Yes, and I can totally appreciate that. So we talked a little bit about when you went to Hyonis Greenhouses, and that
Yes.
was really impressive to you. And that is an impressive,
Very impressive operation.
but it's what I always find interesting is that it should be a no-brainer that industry and all the NJNLA industries grow, because everybody really loves gardens, everyone loves color, but it's difficult. And as you say, there's a lot of challenges to overcome.
And I had been there as a customer for years, and that's where I source I grow tomatoes every year, and so when I had a chance to actually see behind the scene operation, I loved it, because every year I go and get my tomatoes from them. So it's
and how they're automating the industry a little bit.
It was fascinating.
Yeah,
it was fascinating.
Yeah, actually, that was the first place where we did a Growing Green episode, which is also an NJNLA opportunity. So that was fun. So, what are some other issues that you plan on addressing in 2024, which is only a few weeks away, hard to believe? And obviously they don't need to be related to the green industry.
So there's a lot of discussion going forward. The governor, as you just heard this week, they talked about electric vehicles and the mandates and moving to that. And I know we had talked about that, particularly in this industry. I'm a huge believer in electric vehicles. I own one, but I'm not a believer in the mandate approach. I do believe that we need to make it more of an incentive. We need to encourage people to go in that direction. I think there are benefits of getting there, but incentivizing people to get there versus hardcore mandates.
Right.
And I know that particularly as it affects the industry here, having patchwork of municipalities putting together their own regulations behind it is not going to be helpful. So that's going to be a challenge that we're going to have to wrestle with and address because otherwise it's going to be impossible for this industry to operate.
Yep. So I totally agree. So, well, anyway, congratulations on your award. So
thank you very much. It's an honor, and I really do appreciate it. Thanks for coming out.
Well, thank you.
So we have an award to present, which is CNLP of the Year. Now, you know, we talk a lot about CNLPs and how they continually expand their knowledge of the green industry. They hold the highest ethical standards. Well, I am pleased to tell you that we have Nick Sacco here, who is one of the original CNLPs. And Nick, you are our CNLP of the Year. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So Nick, I know that you own your own company, Sacco's Landscape.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about it, how it got started, and what you do.
Okay, it was founded by my father in 1959, and I took it over in 1976, and still here today.
So that's been quite a while. I can't do the math that fast, but that's a long time.
64 years.
Oh my gosh, 64 years.
Yep.
So, and I know that you actively participate with NJNLA.
Yes.
And you always keep your CNLP active, which means lots of continuing education.
Yes.
So you might be the smartest man in horticulture that I know.
Well, I try.
So tell us a little bit about the area that you work in.
Well, this is quite an affluent area. Most of the residents actually these are summer homes. Most of the people live in Brooklyn,
Okay.
And they're only occupied about 3 months a year, actually, here, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's amazing. I would stay here 12 months. But yeah, I found that very interesting that you were telling me that you just work in like these few towns right around here.
Yep,
So a whole
that's it.
business
Yep.
built right in this area. So, so where are you based out of, though?
Long Branch, New
Okay, so
Jersey.
in Long Branch?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much for everything you do for the association. And again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We're on one of the great work sites here of a phenomenal new project that Brittany is putting in right now. And it just so happens that this, I'm going to say young lady standing next to me, is the recipient of the NJNLA Horticultural Professional of the Year Award. That is quite a distinction.
Yes, it's very exciting. It's a big surprise.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. So, and there she is. See how busy she is?
Yep.
Phones are ringing. But I just want to give a little bit of a background here. The award is given to someone who is recognized for their outstanding contributions to the commercial horticulture industry in New Jersey. To be qualified, the individual must be a member of the association and can represent any segment of the nursery. And here, obviously, we're representing the construction because we've got a new curb going in, we've got a walkway going in, and ultimately a new front yard. So it's looking awesome. Brittany started Brittany O'Donnell Garden Design, which I noticed by all the beautiful trucks when I drove up, in 2005, which seems like yesterday, with the goal of helping clients add color to their landscape. I hope year-round color?
Yes,
Witch
year-round
hazels
color.
and
Yes.
so forth. Oh, yes. What started out as a simple vision has evolved over the years as Brittany and her team became better educated in the ecological roles plants play in our environment. And I heard you say that you're putting in a rain garden here?
Yes, we are. We're going to capture the water from the 2 downspouts on this side of the house. So this way they're not, running into the stormwater.
Yeah, that's excellent. In 2019, the company got certified as stormwater management, hence the rain garden, which has played a big role in their transition to using native plants. Very good.
Yep.
They saw how well they were doing in our rain gardens, bioswales, and meadows, so they started using natives in their landscape designs as well. So congratulations on the award.
Thank you very much.
We are right now at Serbo's greenhouse, and we have the Young Professional of the Year recipient with us. So Ali Rakosi, Alexandra to be more pronounced, but we're going to go with Ali today. So, and what is it that makes the person the Young Professional of the Year? Are you ready for all these enamored
I'm not sure.
things that you do so well? So this has to be an individual who is a member of the association and can represent any industry segment under the age of 40. A person who's made outstanding achievements, you're great at marketing, I hear, and represents the best aspects of the future of the industry in New Jersey. Does that wrap it up for you?
That sounds fantastic.
I knew it.
So, Ali, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And tell us a little bit about what you do here at Servo's and how you got here.
So yeah, how I got here, I feel like it was kind of meant to be, full circle kind of situation. And I'm really happy that I ended up here with this family, great business, and I run the greenhouse, and we've just been growing year after year and changing things up, really exciting stuff going on every day.
Okay. And how long have you been here?
I think we're going into the 3rd year.
3rd year. Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm sort of curious, what are some of the things that you do that are so cutting edge?
I mean, I think just the whole redesign, layouts constantly changing, textures, even with all the burlap curtains all around the greenhouse, just to kind of give it a different vibe. Displays and a lot of spools, wine barrels,
Okay.
anything kind of out of the box that we can get, that we can kind of try something new is really kind of what we've been doing here.
okay.
I heard the word drone before.
Drone, yes, there is a drone.
Yes. So you're promoting your marketing.
Well, that's really Manny, the director of Vibes and social media.
Vibes. Okay.
Vibes, very big around here.
Okay. So.
Yeah, but we do have one, and I'm sure you'll see more getting into the spring once the greenhouse fills up with all the annuals that we grow. So
Well, and then recently we had one of our NJNLA meetings here at
did.
Servo's.
That's true.
And the greenhouse looked absolutely beautiful. So I have a feeling that you were probably responsible for that.
I would say, I guess I played a big part in it.
We saw you running around.
Yeah, you get into the zone and it's something that you love. You just don't even realize that, it can be so impactful, I guess. Is the best way to summarize that.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank
Thank you.
Okay, I'm at Dryers Farms, as we all are, but for me this brings back a lot of really awesome memories, because in the 80s I used to buy pansies here. It's changed a lot since then, and that's one of the reasons why Dryers Farm is the retailer of the year. So, which is awesome. There's Jessica and John, who own and work here, and but not related. So, and then in order to be the retailer of the year, it's any retail garden center operation who is a member of the NJNLA, demonstrating outstanding commitment and forward thinking. And that's important because we're in a great greenhouse right now, very forward thinking, doesn't leak water, which we were told was an important part of the garden retail industry in New Jersey. So you've been here for 25 years. So, and you started working here when you were?
I mean, I was here full-time after college for 25 years, but before that, you know what it's like.
Yeah, I do.
You're at a young age, not getting paid, having a great time with your family.
That's good. And it really is about family when you're in the retail business.
Yes,
so,
it is.
So that's very important. So, so you were established, the garden center, I should say, was established in 1904, or the farm back then. You was purchased next to the Brothers Farm, so this was quite a family area at that part. And if you come to this area of New Jersey, Springfield, there's a lot of buildings, so to suddenly see a farm in the middle of all the buildings, really, it takes you back, so it's great to see. So, and what do you say right now is one of your looks to the future? What are you thinking? What are you looking to aspire into? What do you want to improve on?
I mean, there's always some way to improve, always. Even from the most minute detail at the cash register to the big picture in the nursery, in the store, in the greenhouse, there's always something to improve. I feel like at my 25th year, I have done a lot, and I don't have huge plans going forward, but I'm super proud of how far we've come.
Right. And then how about you, John? What's your role here?
I'm the nursery manager, which means I take care of, the
Plants, yes.
the plants outside, the trees and the shrubs, and I help out with managing the perennials a little bit.
Okay.
And I've been fortunate enough to work for Jess for 5 or 6 years now.
Is that all, John?
It is.
Feels a lot longer
It does
than
feel
that.
a lot longer.
No.
But no, it's only for 5 or 6 years. So I feel very fortunate to work for Jess, her father, and her cousin.
Okay, great. Well, and then when we walked in here today, we noticed that you have a very varied mix of items. So tell us about how that all came together and what you offer.
Okay, so we redid our store in 2014. Prior to that, we were your basic farm market. We had all kinds of local produce all the time. We grew in the back, cut, and supplied the front of the store daily, and we'd drive all around all the different farms getting stuff. And then the building, after all of the 60 plus years, was starting to fall apart, and it was like, all right, what are we going to do? We should make a move. Like, we're either going to redo the same building. Oh, well, if we're going to redo the same building, why don't we make the refrigerator a little bigger? Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Mm-hmm. Anyway, 2 years later, we wound up tearing my grandparents' house down and putting up a parking lot, and then we put this beautiful, if I do say so myself, beautiful retail store, and with it came so much more space and opportunity. We sell all, the focus really is local products, and so with having bigger spaces, we could now sell local raviolis, local meats, local milks, local breads, all kinds of locally made stuff. I mean, everybody in our area, we try to help them out, sell it here, or promote them in some way, and it's really led to a lot of diverse things in the store. But I think, it all started, I used to leave work in the summertime and go and buy mozzarella because I love, obviously it's tomato mozzarella, and I was like, this is so if I'm leaving to go somewhere else to buy mozzarella, we should sell mozzarella so I don't have to go anywhere anymore. So that's what it started, right? The smallest little thing is like, leads to a little bit of change, a little bit of change. 20 years later, here we are.
So that's what I was getting at when I was saying, what is your new aspirations? Because obviously you've been developing this in unique ways that most garden centers don't develop into. So congratulations on being the retailer of the year.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'm very excited to tell you that NJNLA has a very prestigious award called the Hall of Fame. And that is only given out to people who show exemplary service and commitment to the NJNLA. And in fact, with the 107 years that NJNLA has been around, there's only been 21 other awards. So you are our 22nd, and this is Ed Brock Sr. of Brock Farms. So congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
So Ed, tell us a little bit about how you started this great place.
Well, you want to start at the beginning or what?
Wherever you want to start.
I started out at 8 years old selling blueberries on a wagon, a little express wagon. And it sort of went uphill from there. We went into the produce business with a small market, which got bigger and bigger, and I explored the industry, made our markets bigger, our buying power bigger. We got to where we covered just about the whole East Coast in buying produce, and the markets went. And then we stayed in the produce business, growing produce and selling it with two markets until 1960. We went into nursery business.
Okay.
And which was a good move. But we stayed with the dual business till 1986. In '86, we gave up the produce and stayed nursery. And a little comment from back then, we had talked about it for a while, and we did a bigger volume the first year that we dropped the produce. And my son said, "Dad, do you think the produce was in the way?" So we've been nursery and farming nursery ever since.
Well, we thank you so much for everything that you've done for NJNLA, and we're so excited that you're a part of it. And congratulations on this award.
Thank you. It's overwhelming. It's hard to believe. But I thank you. Thank you.